is a Fox 17 Weather Ready Alert.
We have some winter weather coming tomorrow morning, but right now we do have some lowered visibility thanks to some fog that has built in. Most of us have visibilities between 3 and 5 miles, but for Fremont and Big Rapids, it is half a mile or less. So be careful when you're driving and use those low beams for safety. Current temperatures are in the 40s, with some of us like South Haven and Benton Harbor still in the 50s, as has been the case for several hours now. And we're starting to see a few of those showers knocking on our doorstep, all ahead of this frontal system that is going to bring those big changes to us tomorrow. First, we'll get this rain moving in a couple of hours, and then back on the backside of this low, we'll have cold air swinging in, meeting up with that moisture, and that's what's going to transition the rain to snow. And you can see some of that happening right here in Minnesota. Rain, a very narrow corridor of wintry mix, and then snow on the backside. And that is exactly what we will be have happening here as we get towards around 6 or 7 a.m. Up until that point, fog, a few showers between 2 and 3 a.m. and then the bottom drops out. We'll see temperatures fall into the 30s by 7 a.m. Wintry mix probably at that point transitioning to all snow into the late morning, and then a lot of snow into the early afternoon and blowing snow too. Wind will also be a concern for us. Winter alerts remain here across West Michigan starting tomorrow, running through 7 p.m. Thanksgiving evening. So a long duration snow event possible. 3 to 7 inches likely. We could have some of those higher pockets along the 94 corridor and north of 96 where the winter storm warnings in pink are. But all of us will be dealing with the gusty winds and the blowing snow, which will lead to very poor travel conditions out there for all of us, no matter where we are. Rain will move in the next couple of hours, continuing to stay in the 40s, but dropping very quickly into the 30s as snow builds in through 8 or 9 a.m. Initially, it will just be lake effect snow right along the lakeshore, but this will blossom into widespread snow across West Michigan from noon through the afternoon as temperatures continue to fall. We'll probably be close to 30 degrees by 5 p.m. So that means if you're headed out to travel after work, this is probably going to be the worst time. We also have the gustiest winds ongoing at this point too, so low visibility, maybe even some near whiteout conditions will be likely, and just the problems with driving on the roads with additional vehicles and the falling snow will make for a very dangerous night if you're not careful. And then even through the evening and overnight into Thanksgiving morning, we'll still see some of that heavy snow. It will get a little bit lighter and transition more to lake effect snow into Thursday morning and afternoon. So if you're headed out just for the day on Thanksgiving, you do have a better chance of it not being quite as bad out there in terms of additional falling snow. But the wind is still cranking here, not quite as much, but it's still going to be a very breezy day on Thanksgiving, so blowing snow could also be an issue for us. Looking at some of those totals, we'll see most of us in the 3 to 7 inch range. Generally, the farther east you go, especially east of 131, those totals drop off quickly, but higher totals down towards 94 and then north of 96 will also be possible. We're also going to be dealing with not just the wind causing the travel concerns, but making it feel more like the teens. And that will be happening for several days, first tomorrow, then into Thanksgiving, and probably Black Friday as well. So we have a lot of very active things happening here across West Michigan, and unfortunately, looking towards the weekend for our return travel, another snowy system is expected.